didn't get any bigger. So actually, look here, 4 of them are small. I mean, not about probably 3/10 small. And he's got 1 flyer. Do you think the flyer was you, or do you think it was the ammo? You think it was you?
It was me, yeah.
You could
Because
tell?
I wasn't even thinking about flags at that point, because I'm still learning, so.
Yes. Well, anyway, it's still pretty darn good. Whenever you bring that target back, please, let's overlay them. Because I'd say there's 4 of those that are in that exact same group. So if you would change that. You on? Are you running?
Running.
All right, so here's the target that I just shot. And here's the target Mark just shot. And so if you take these 2 targets here, I'll do it both ways. And you lay them over, look at the light. Can you see the light through there? So now they're not lined up. They're not lined up perfect, but look at that. So he's got 5 on there,
Right.
and I have 3. So there's 7 shots. 7 shots probably went about 0.35, I would say, because that one's out a little bit, but still not bad for factory ammo. That's so pretty impressive. Now, I have hand loads here that I showed you earlier. We're gonna go to hand loads that I did in the reloading room. They're all max jam. In other words, the bullets are as long as they can go, and the powder charge is Varget straight from the manuals. Nothing over and above. So Vicki, take these and shut that off for a minute, and then we'll get ready. Do you have a new target down there?
I do.
Is that thing running? So what are these? These are 167 Lapua Skinars.
Yes.
Right, I don't know if she said that. Where did she have to go? Oh, she's over here. All right. Thing is, I got bad wind. I got bad wind going 2 opposite directions. Look at the 100-yard ones. I hate wind. I don't know what to do about that. Shoot through it.
Okay, this is the first target for hand loads.
Same exact point of impact. 2,800. That's pretty good. Not through the exact same hole, but close. Just not as small as the Match Kings. I don't think I did that either. Small, but not as small. Still small. Wow. It's not one hole, but it's small. Especially for this wind. Vicki, are you getting these numbers?
Yes.
Okay, I need my bag back. Well, it likes those too. And that group is in the exact same spot as where those other ones are. So, and those were pretty good numbers. What was the...
2,800.
Yeah, but we could bring them over here. I want to see it for a second. So there's two more loaded ones in here. I'll just leave them in there for you. Let me see that. Hold that open. So, 80. About 20 feet a second extreme, huh? Because of that one shot.
Right.
Not bad. Not bad at all. We need to calm down. All right. You're gonna have to switch that out.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is hand loads. This is 175 Sierra Match Kings with Bargett. How much Bargett? 43.0. Again, these are all max soft seat jam. So these shoot awesome in those factory ammo. Let's see what this does here. And again, show them the window. The wind is raging. Point that out there for them. You can't hear me. Yeah, there you go. Show them that wind. I mean, it's just horrible. I can't shoot in the zeros and wind like that, and I don't even know where to hold. It's everywhere. Exact same spot on the paper. 26, where's Vicky?
I'm right here.
2678. Touching, not through the same hole. Are you getting this stuff?
Yes.
Again, I have beat Mom, and I am tired. I'm making another one of these, and if you want one, we're throwing 3 guns. Goodbye.
Okay. This is target D, and it's 3 shots. 175 grain Sierra Match King.
It's small, it's not one hole. That could be the wind. Same deal, I don't think I'm gonna shoot 5. Because I'm not gonna, it's not gonna get smaller. Same spot though. So I don't see any reason to pursue that. Here, did you get did you get it? All right, if you would seal that up. So we're gonna have to change it again. It's so windy that this could be pointless. That group's pure horizontal too, by the way. No vertical in it at all. Maybe half a bullet width. Same exact spot though. You ready?
Yep.
So here's 175 grains here, Match King hand loads. I mean, you notice it's in the exact same spot, but it's also pure vertical. And if you look at those flags out there, I guarantee you we've got a bullet width of wind drift that I can't read because it's going, I mean, look at that. That's like one of the windiest days I ever saw. It's crazy. So we're gonna go now to, I don't think we're gonna clean. This is 44 grains we're at 168 grains here in Match King. Same deal, seated the same place and everything. And then, I don't know whether we're gonna do one load at a time or not because it's so windy. I'm not sure that I can gain any valuable data shooting in that wind. We'll see. What else were we just talking about? Oh, we're gonna lay all these on top of each other. They're all in the same spot.
Yeah.
So, okay, stop that for a minute and then we're gonna go to these. Here. Is it running? Are you
Yes.
running?
Yep.
So this is 44 grains where we got 168 grains Sierra Match King. When we shot the factory ammo with 168s, I think they shot really good, but they did not shoot as good as the 175s. The thing is, we're dealing with so much wind that I don't know what we're gonna do right after this. We might just quit on this. I don't know. Let's see what this does, but that's a lot of wind. Better look through your spotting scope. Go look through your spotting scope. You go ahead and take the camera.
I'll take it.
Now,
Oh, that's all right. Evidently it's good.
That's pretty good.
you know what, Vicky?
Oh, here, let me.
I don't know. It's so small.
Maybe not.
Can't
That's
get
all
it.
right.
It's so small. You absolutely cannot tell that another bullet went through there. So let's see if this will go through. If it does in that wind, I am quitting. Thing is, the flags are everywhere. Look at that big long flag. It's hard to the right. I mean, hard to the left. Right to left. I'm done. I'm not shooting anymore today. You can shoot whatever you want. In that wind, I had to kick Tony Boyer's butt today. In that wind, I mean, that is 0-0 something. You know what? I want to see something. Eric, if you would, Mark, come over here. Catch this when it comes flying out, because I don't want it to get dinged up. But I've been catching them with my hand. I want to see if that's just about the way I like it. My springs, from a normal spring is too powerful to me, so I put them on the grinder and I shorten it a little bit, and then I try it and I shorten it a little bit, and I just kind of like it I don't like them to wing it, not on a bench gun, you know what I mean? So anyways, we got to go down and look at that, but that is
Perfect.
I bet it's 0.0 something. It's way down there, so I'm done. I'm not, and there's no point in doing load work in this kind of wind. That'd be stupid. What kind of numbers were those, by the way? Can you show me those 3 numbers?
I missed that last number.
Okay, I got them. 2755, 6.7, shot list. Oops.
So 2754 was the last one.
Yep.
So show me on 3 on a piece of paper so I can see it. Here, I'll hold this. Anyways, that's also at the limit of my ability to shoot. I can't shoot a non-bench rest gun in the wind in the zeros. I mean, I can't do that. So what were those 3 numbers? I'd like to know.
2764.
Wait. What is it? 2764, 48?
2748. 2754.
So that's not great. But they all went through the exact same hole. So that's amazing. Let's go down there and look at it.
Okay.
Hello.
You're being a goofy girl.
She is a goofy girl.
All right, I'm gonna walk down. Is that camera running, Vicky?
Yes, it is running.
Bring us over here. Oh my gosh.
Hi.
All right, look at this. Here, you don't have a dime in your pocket, do you? Do you have anything in your pocket?
I have a dime.
No.
You do? In your pocket?
1 second.
No, not down there. You got anything in your pocket? No, I don't either. Anyways, look at that. Bring that over here and just show them that.
And the right hand one is the last one.
Really?
Yeah.
This one right there.
That's the 3rd shot.
Wow. So I don't know. I would say it's.
Ear crunchers. Look,
It's probably 10 degrees
We got
colder
gifts.
than we got here.
from Mark and his wife. Very sweet.
Truthfully, I don't even know how that just happened.
We can hang one more target.
Yeah.
You can shoot as much as you want. What I like to do is take my scope over, and I've that factory, not factory, my loads that I've been using on my rifle. Okay. Try and locate this.
How do you like my ear?
I love them.
My ear pressures.
They're pretty rough earrings.
See? They're not earrings. They're to magnify sound.
That thing is huge.
This is.
Be able to see him
Oh,
that
look
big
at
from
that
here.
gobbler.
Where is it?
Right there.
I thought it was a cow. It's right by the circle.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was a cow.
It's so big. I thought it was a cow.
We had one come down here last time I was working, and just like was hanging out by this burn, and I was, I'm in the office, and you see everybody, and the guy was working, RO was working, he puts on the intercom, do not shoot the turkey. So everybody was like aiming on the range, like no.
Yeah, we had a match Saturday, 300-yard match. We had to quit constantly because there were 5 deer kept going across the. They just wander in and then wander out.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Is that camera running, Vicky?
Yes, it is running.
Bring us over here. Oh my gosh. All right, look at this. Here, you don't have a dime in your pocket, do you?
I have a
anything in
dime.
your pocket?
I have a
Holy
dime.
cow.
You do? In your pocket?
1 second.
No, not down there. You got anything in your pocket? No. No, I don't either. Anyways, look at that. Bring that over here and just show them that.
And the The right-hand one is the last one.
Really?
Yeah.
This one right there.
That's the third shot.
Wow. So I don't know. I would say it's, yeah, I'd say it's in the zeros, maybe super low ones. So in this wind, I'm done. I'm not going to do any more. I'm not going to do any more load work. But geez, maybe it shoots the 168s better than the 175s. By the way, one thing before we quit this video, we're going to lay all those targets on top of each other. It's put everything in within, I bet you within a nickel. You probably could have covered all those shots with a nickel.
Oh,
that is amazing.
Like that shot you did last time with take the paper off. You know.
Yes, and see what it looked like behind. Yeah, that was cool.
That would be another cool thing to do. Just put one target on the back that stays
and leave
there.
it there. Yes,
That stays
and see
there.
the overall group size. Maybe we'll start doing that.
That's kind of what I do at Bullseye. You know, we change the target centers. I leave the other ones in the back every week.
Yes. Yeah, that might be kind of cool because, like I said, I bet that whole group guaranteed is less than a quarter. You have one?
Yeah.
Let me see. Just for a point of reference. All right, Vicky, come here so we can see that. Look.
There's no drama in that little point.
Look at this. There's a dime. People always wonder too, what is the size of that? Look, our little dot is just a hair bigger than a dime. So there it is. Wait a minute. I can't do this very good. All right, there you go. Look at that. Holy cow, that's small. All right, well, take that down and we're gonna switch the scopes and do stuff like that. Mickey, don't beat that up. I'm sure he wants that.
What did you say?
And then you made 10 cents on the deal.
That's right.
Yeah, right. I'll give it back to you.
You're the winner.
All right, Mickey, go ahead. Shut that off. You might as well shut this off for a minute too. He was talking about dies. And this is a Redding Type S match neck die set, right? And so we took some of the brass that we just fired and I guess show it to them. Walk over there. Walk over here, Vicky.
Mm-hmm.
So watch. Are you ready?
Yep.
Put this in the chamber. Put it back in there. Close it. Okay, so it went in. It feels even better. Watch what I'm going to do here. It feels better than when it was brand new. Watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take the firing pin out. I'm going to get grease all over me. Okay, so the firing pin's out. Watch. Be careful with that. Bat doesn't give away anything anymore. And boy, I could really talk about that for a minute. All right, so set that in there. Watch. Look. Do you see? It's literally like perfect. So, Mark was asking me, all right, about dies. So, what are we going to do here? So, better come over here too. Hurry up so that they can see this. Watch. We already did this. We did this. We weren't going to film this, but I guess there's things to learn here. So here's a 30 caliber bullet, right? Watch. See, it goes in. Normally on my tight neck guns, that would not go in there. The neck would have opened, released the bullet, snapped back, and it'll snap back enough that you could actually take this bullet and seat it in the case without doing anything to this case. But the chamber in that gun is set up to accept all factory ammo. And so the factory ammo is all over the place, so you have to have a little bit larger tolerances than a true tight neck gun. Plus, this is one of my pieces of brass, I did skim turn these. So if this brass had been thicker, think about it, thicker in the walls, it would actually have tighter neck tension right now. You understand that, right? So that might actually grab the bullet. But at a 342 neck, in all likelihood, the bullet is going to drop through. So the thing is, what do we do with this now? How do we reload it? All right, so come back over here now, Vicky, and come this way so that the camera's not in that bright light. All right, so the only reason I have this die set was because we were going to do load work one shell at a time, so we just happened to have it here. So this, we already did this. This is the body die, right? Watch this. Okay, see, that will not go in there. And if you did, say it was on a press and you actually decided you were going to force it in there, it's going to size it way, way, way too much. So this die is too tight. Would it work? Yes, but it's too tight. I wouldn't want to use it, right? All right, so this is the bushing neck die, okay? And they're not going to be able to see all this. We took the guts out. Here, look. This is the stem for the top. This is the little spacer, and I don't have a bushing with me. But the bushing, and I use Redding bushings, the bushing drops down in there. But what we were just talking about, and that's why we suddenly stopped and thought, well, we better get the camera out. I told him, put this on the ram of the press. Run the ram to the top. Take this die without any guts in it and start to screw it down until it comes down, till it touches on the shoulder, till this die, the shoulder in the die, touches on the shoulder of the piece of brass. And if you want to bump them, you turn it a little bit more. We're not going to go into this for this conversation. But you just run it down till it touches. Now here's the thing. Most of the time, it'll hit the shell holder. Here's a shell holder. Here, show them this. You need to be here. That's going to be too bright. Show them a normal shell holder. Normally what happens is the die will hit into the shell holder and it can't go any deeper. And a lot of times if you do have a minimum spec chamber, you won't be able to bump the shoulder with your standard SAMI spec die because it'll hit into it. So, and we've talked about this many times, with every gun we build, we include a reduced shell holder. This shell holder is 25,000th of an inch shorter than this shell holder. And I'm not going to get the calipers out. You just have to trust me. This, sometimes I first surface grind them. Sometimes I do it on the mill. But I think I milled this one. But I take the tool down till it touches, and then I remove 25 thousandths of material. You'll notice right here, that it says, do not pull down on this shell holder. What that means is, don't pull down on the ram, because if you do, there's not as much material as there was, obviously, 25 thou less, and it'll rip them. Guys have tried to do that and forgot, and it ripped them. So anyways, use this shell holder. So what we're talking about is, take your piece of brass that goes back in the gun just fine. So we don't want to actually size this, right? Put it on the on the reduced shell holder, run it up to the top, screw the die down till it just touches the shoulder. As soon as it touches the shoulder, don't do anything to it. Do not lock it down. All right, and if you don't understand that, I don't have time to go into that. Just let the die float. Take your bushing, I use long forceps, take your bushing, drop it down in. Put your little spacer on top of the bushing. Take your stem, this is critical what I'm about to say here, so run the stem down in like this. You're gonna have so much bad light here, Vicki.
Well, it's hard to see.
You will run it down until it touches against the bushing. When it touches against the bushing, take it and turn it back it off like an eighth or a quarter of a turn. And if you had it out of the press, you'd shake it, you'd hear the bushing move around in there. The idea of that is the bushing can self-center. It can float and it doesn't pull your necks out of line. So to reload this brass, say you wanted to shoot this brass again right now, you got to knock the primer out, clean your primer pocket, put a new primer in. Well, actually, I knock the primer out, then do this. Size the neck down so it'll hold the bullet, put a new primer in it, put powder in it, seat a bullet, and go shoot it. In other words, you didn't actually alter the shape of this brass in any way, shape, or form. All you did was push the neck down to hold a bullet. And in all likelihood, as good a groups as we're getting, I mean, we're shooting in the zeros, it's probably going to shoot even better. If it doesn't shoot better, then you need to look at your reloading process and figure out what's going on that is making your hand-loaded ammo worse than the factory ammo that you started with. Anyways, that's all convoluted, and we don't really have time to go into all this, but that's what you need to do. All right.
I said, did you hear the turkeys?
No, I don't hear it. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to show you how we measure targets. Get over here. Take your handy dandy $1,000 Mitutoyo calipers. Get a bullet. The right bullet, obviously 308. This is 30 caliber. And so 0 the calipers to the bullet. So we've already now subtracted 0.308, right? So then let's see what this measures. Just go outside to outside. I need cheaters really to do this right. I can't quite see. Can you guys see? So here, I'll tell you what I'll do.
Do you want me to get your cheaters?
No, just hold on. All right, so I would say it's about 0.089. Now, so this is one of the reasons why too. At a bench rest match, they have multiple judges that measure your group. So what I get, 0.089, is that what we said?
Right.
All right, see what you get, Vicki. By the way, Vicki measures things like precise things at work all day long, so
All day long.
we'll see if she's an expert here.
But I have really cool machinery if I need to get it super close. This is about as inaccurate as I do.
Come on, can't take all day.
Okay. Well,
So
I
is
would
that
say, yes, 0.90.
All right, so she says 0.090.
It actually,
So I said 89.
I think you actually might be a tiny bit.
Oh, well, now, that's the difference between winning or losing a bench rest match right there.
Well, I see a little light on the one side.
All right, right there.
There.
So she's getting 0.088. Go ahead, Mark. You measure it. See what you think it is. Let me out of the way here.
0.0049. No. .0945.
He says 0.094. So the point is, it's probably, average that out about, let's just say it's about, yeah, it's,
090.
yeah, it's very, very, very dang
092,
small.
if you want to.
So, especially for that wind. Again, look at that crazy wind out there. I mean, it's everywhere. So that's a dang small group. There's no reason. We brought everything in the world here to do load work, but I'm not going to do load work when it's that windy. What we're going to do now is we're going to take my old Premier off of there, and we're going to put one of his scopes on, and then he wants to shoot some more groups. We'll see what happens. Are you running that camera?
I just started.
All right, well, go ahead and bring it up here then and tell them what just went on. So we took my old Premier off. We put his Vortex on. I don't even know what model this is or anything.
What is it?
Set it on here. I fired one shot to get it bore sighted at 50, and then we went straight to 100. The first two were probably 0, 0, 0. And right now, I left one out, about half a bullet, so it probably shot in the high 2s. So obviously, the scope shoots too, and that was 168 grain factory ammo. So anyways, when you get down there, tell them what that is, okay, Vicki?
Okay.
Pretty dang good. we're gonna stop and clean the gun, and I think, unless you wanna shoot.
I'm gonna shoot a couple of mine.
Okay. All right, so,
People are here.
People are here. Okay,
Yeah.
you can take your earmuffs off.
anyways, that's pretty dang impressive.
That's your gun.
Yes.
Point at. No, it's hi. I'm trying to beat Mom again. I'm really not even running.
You're also 9, and I'm,
We just saw a big turkey over there.
yeah, we did. Lots of turkeys.
Gobbling.
Okay, so this is 3 shots, 168 grain Sierra Match King factory ammo, and that is with Mark's Vortex scope. The first, actually that's the second, third, and fourth shots out of his scope. So he's got a good one.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so, and there's another target down there, but we can't go get it right at this moment that Mark just shot. But this is the whole day. This is, how many different bullets? 3 or 4 different bullets?
Yeah.
And 2 or 3 or 4 different powder charges and factory ammo too. Come over here and look at these. So watch this. So this is the small group of the day. That's that one that was 0.885. Watch this. So we didn't even measure that, okay? Watch this. Look, here.
Wow.
The group doesn't get any bigger. Now watch this. Look at this one. All right? See that?
Yes.
Watch. They're all in the exact same spot. You're right up against me here,
Well,
Vicky.
I'm trying to see.
Okay, watch this. Show them the targets here. Show them these. You see that one? Look. Look. They're actually, that one's a hair higher. But if you stack all these together, here, show them the whole
I
day.
did move.
You did move what?
I moved it down a little bit on probably the earlier ones because it was making a big ugly hole in the box.
Yeah, but that doesn't move the point of impact. If we're aiming here, it doesn't matter where this is. You do understand. All right, so just quickly, look. Look at this one.
Mark's laughing at me.
Look at this one. Look at this one. There's not even room to lay them all. I mean, look at this. That, to me, that's what you call a good barrel. That is a dang good barrel. And it's been a horrible day. I wouldn't say it's horrible, but I mean, it's definitely a windy day. So anyways, and the one that he just shot down there is about like one of these right here. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 targets. I bet you could cover the total group. What do you think? With a nickel maybe? Because that's a dime size.
Yeah.
I bet you could cover, yeah, a quarter.
Very most.
Right. A quarter would probably cover the whole day's. You know, he suggested something. We might start doing this. To leave one piece of paper, one target on the box, and just keep putting all the other ones over. And at the end of the day, you could look. But anyways, this is pretty dang amazing. All right, so that's it. We're done. We're going to pack up and get the heck out of here. See ya.